What's up, guys? Megazardsy here. And if there's one Pokemon that everyone loves to bash, it's Vanilluxe. Nobody likes Vanilluxe. I feel like the only person who likes Vanilluxe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring you not one, not two, but three PU replays showing off Vanilluxe because fuck yeah, ice cream cones. Anyway. Wormadam versus Torterra. Cool leads, not much to say. We're just gonna trade rocks. Stealth rocks are the thing. And I don't really want to Earthquake it right now. I'm gonna go into Numel because I felt like Will-O-Wisping it. Maybe wear it down. This team lacks a good stall breaker. I really have to figure out something better than Numel. It's not that good. Goes into Golem as I get off the Will-O-Wisp, so that's pretty cool. Doesn't show leftovers, so I'm thinking maybe it's the weakness Palsy set. Not really sure. Just gonna go into Torterra. Rock Blast does absolute shit. Absolute shit damage. Actually gets 5 hits, which is something I have never gotten before. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm always unlucky. I'm just gonna click Earthquake because it's a Golem. I don't really have a reason not to. It does a lot of damage to Wormadam. I'm thinking maybe it's a bit more offensive with the Bug Bite. So I'm just gonna kill it now before it gets annoying later, as Iron Head does actually a reasonable amount of damage. So I don't remember which YouTuber, maybe it was Fufu or Swagilif or one of those guys were trying to use Banded Wormadam, and that was, no, I think it was Done Deal. Anyway, Sneasel comes out. I have Poliwrath, which is a very, very good counter to Sneasel. I get in, and then I can pretty much Circle Throw for three. Circle Throw for free. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Goes into the Golem, and I'm going to Circle Throw, and it turns out to be the Weakness Policy set, and then it just gets Circle Thrown. Circle Thrown? Yeah, Circle Thrown right out into the Meowstic. Don't really know what to expect. It's running Leftovers, not Light Clay, which is typically what I see. I'm just going to go into the Camel to try to Toxic it or something, and he pulls out the Substitute, which means I just gave him 2 free turns to start setting up. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm going to go into Torterra basically as a sacrifice just to break this thing's sub, so I can go into the appropriate check and or counter to kill the thing. And it's sub Calm Mind Meowstic. I had no idea that was a thing. Like, who runs Meowstic with sub Calm Mind? Apparently Mr. Kiwi does. But that's really what PU is right now. It's a lot of experimentation, except at the very top of the ladder. You know, it's just people trying out shit. Gonna go into Fancy Tauros because Fancy Tauros is Assault Vest and it can take a hit, and I really don't have to worry about this thing. Just gonna click Return. I didn't want to risk missing a Mega Horn. If I failed to kill it, I still have Vanilluxe, I still have Swoobat, so I'm good. Goes into Basculin. I can't, yeah, I'm just gonna die. It's probably banded, that's what people typically run. I really want to try out Mixed Basculin again. That used to be a cool thing. Con is a very good counter to Basculin too. I know Meowstic's coming in. Unfortunately, I miss a Circle Throw, which is really bad. And I'm just gonna Waterfall because I cannot let this thing get up a sub. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen, and he has Basculin and Sneasel, which Poliwrath stops, but I can't let him get up a sub. Unfortunately, he's going to get a Thunderbolt para, and a full para. That was great. Then he's going to go for a Psychic. I'm still going to live the hit because I'm specially defensive, and he's going to get a second full para, and all I needed was 1 hit off on this thing. Just 1 hit, and he's going to get Thunderbolt para and 2 full paras in a row, and I was just like, oh my god, why? So I'm going to go into Fancy Tauros and just return because I cannot risk missing a Mega Horn. I will lose to this thing. It has sub, Numel can't touch it, Swoobat has to set up. Vanilluxe can do damage, but it needs the damage off. Psychic does nothing to Tauros. Fortunately, it doesn't get the Spadef drop. His return is not going to kill. That was a bit disappointing. Tauros' only purpose, really, though, is just to kill Meowstic. Sneasel can just take it out with Life Orb knockoff. Basculin is Aqua Jet, and I'm not worried about Pachirisu. I have no idea what it's going to run, but Sneasel's going to come in, just going to kill me with a knockoff. I'm not switching anything into that. Go into Hey Abbott the Vanilluxe. And this is a special Vanilluxe. It is a Choice Scarf Vanilluxe with Ice Beam and Freeze Dry and Frost Breath, because I have some trouble with Calm Mind setters, so It is triple Ice Move Vanilluxe with Flash Cannon, because that's basically its best coverage. I tried Hidden Power, but Flash Cannon's the best. As I'm going to speed this up a bit, but essentially what's going to happen here is Pachirisu is going to sit there, and its moveset is Substitute, Thunder Wave, Super Fang, and what I would assume has to be Thunderbolt. Yeah, it was Thunderbolt, that got shown later, and I'm essentially going to just stall him out with Nummel, because there's absolutely nothing I can do to him other than that. I think I go up to +4, I rest, and then he's going to, he's eventually going to switch out into Basculin. It's not long enough to warrant me doing fancy editing, because that would make me be able to post less videos, and this won't be that much longer. I think next turn is when he switches out into Basculin, if I remember correctly. Anyway, Nummel, Stockpile, Rest, and Dual Status. Willow is toxic. A lot of fun. Goes in Basculin. I'm just gonna sack Nummel. I'm not afraid of Pachirisu. And at this point, I have his Choice Scarf Vanilluxe with the Freeze Dry. Triple Ice coverage is just so fantastic. Pachirisu comes in. I'm just gonna Freeze Dry him as he gets off the T-Wave. And if I get paralyzed and he gets to set up a sub, I might be in trouble, because Swoobat, before it sets up its best attacking move is Hidden Power Fighting. He's going to Thunderbolt, and I do break through. I never get paralyzed, and Vanilluxe just comes through for me. Vanilluxe is amazing. Honestly, I considered running a Hidden Power and just no Ice Beam, because it's the same power as Freeze Dry without a crit, but not Freeze Dry. It's the same power as Frost Breath after the crit, but Frost Breath has an unfortunate mischance that I really don't like, and Hidden Power, I never used it. I had Hidden Power on it, and I never once touched the button. Anyway, got a battle against Jar Jar Stinks. That's a very cool team. Ice is a very good type in PU. I mean, a good attacking type, because there are so many Ice types, and then Freeze Dry hits the Water types, which are the best resist in PU. He's also got a Kadabra, which is unfortunate because Poliwrath is my best specially defensive thing, and obviously Kadabra just shits on it, so I'm just going to lead off with Nummel, predicting a Raichu lead. Leads Glaceon, that's kind of interesting. I'm just going to Toxic it first turn, because why not? He gets the freeze. Fortunately, I thaw out, and actually, I just noticed that. During the battle, I did not notice that. I mean, I was watching something at the time. I was watching something on Netflix and playing this battle. I didn't even notice I got frozen. So that's cool. Goes into Raichu. I'm not sure why. Then goes out into Ursaring. I cannot touch this thing. I have the dual status, but looking at his team, I don't need Nummel, and Ursaring is just so good against this team. I like Ursaring a lot. Only problem is Toxic Orb wears it down quite quickly, and you can run stuff like Avalugg and Bastiodon to a degree. Anyway, I'm going to go into Torterra, and looking at his team, he's got 3 things with ice moves. I'm assuming Lumineon has one. A Kadabra, and a Raichu, which probably has Hidden Power Ice, although I'm not going to assume that, because not all of them have it, for some reason. I don't know why. But Torterra is really useless. I'm just going to go into Hey Abbott, click Freeze Dry so that Lumineon doesn't come in. Sneasel comes in. I do have Poliwrath. I mean, Poliwrath is just the greatest stop to Sneasel in PU there is. It really can't touch me. I'm specially defensive. That did nothing. And, I mean, he's Life Orb too. So I'm just going to Circle Throw as he goes into Glaceon. And Circle Throw is really convenient because he has to switch out. Unfortunately, Kadabra comes in. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm going to go into AV Tauros. Now I'm calling it Tauros. AV Bouffalante. As Psyshock does a good chunk of damage. That's a little unfortunate. I'm just going to click Return, as that is going to take out the Glaceon. So it's probably much more offensive variant because Glaceon is good defense. Goes into Raichu. And I sort of need this for Kadabra, but I'm going to stay in and just try to kill it. Gets the para. That really doesn't matter. If I had gotten full parried, I would have been really salty. And then full parried the next turn, because I probably would have taken another one. But as long as I kill Raichu, that's basically what I wanted this thing to do, because it can take a hit from Vanilluxe and kills Poliwrath and Swoobat. So I still have Poliwrath for Sneasel. So stop going into it, please. Goes into Lumineon, gets Circle Throwed out. Thrown, not throwed. Unfortunately, Kadabra's back. I'm like, fuck. So I'm going to sack Swoobat. I don't need Swoobat. It could potentially do something, but I am going to break the Sash, which is very important. I just don't need Swoobat for Sneasel is a good stop. Lumineon, I just don't need it. So now I can go into Vanilluxe because the Sash is broken, and just click Freeze Dry, predicting Lumineon because it's just so obvious. It's just not even a question. And another Freeze Dry is going to kill it. Unfortunately, goes into Sneasel. I'm going to get a critical hit, which is cool because after another Life Orb hit, I should be able to take it out with a normal hit. So I can just go into Poliwrath. Was really hoping he didn't predict that and go into Kadabra. Fortunately, he still does not predict the Poliwrath switch. No idea why. I'm just going to Circle Throw. Luminion's still alive, but it'll die to an Ice Beam. So as long as Poliwrath is dead, I can just click Ice Beam. Now he gets thrown into Sneasel, so he's going to sack Luminion. So that's dead. Go into Kadabra and Revenge Kill me. And at this point, I have a choice Scarf Vanilluxe. What do you have? Do you have anything that could possibly match up to the pure swag of Choice Scarfed Ice Cream Cones? Actually lives the Ice Beam, which totally caught me off guard because Kadabra's defenses are shit, but it was not going to OHKO me. Focus Blast might have, but he just went for a Psyshock. I guess not seeing the Scarf coming because I didn't outspeed anything that I shouldn't have yet. And then I'm Scarfed, and I kill the Sneasel. And Vanilluxe, oops, excuse my mouse right there. Vanilluxe is a beast. Something happened with this editing, apparently. I'm not sure what, but now this battle is slightly off. I'll just leave it. Anyway, got another battle against Pure Toad. He's got bulky stall thing that I really didn't want to face. I was that close to forfeiting because I knew this team isn't really well built, and the only thing that stopped me from forfeiting is the massive ice weakness this guy has. The only resist is Simisear, and then Whirlipede is neutral to it, but doesn't have very good special defense, and then everything else is just going to get wrecked by Freeze Dry. So I'm going to just throw out Swoobat, seeing the Whirlipede lead, knowing it's just going to be a Spikes lead. I'm going to lead off with Swoobat, just click Calm Mind in case he Poison Dabs predicting a sub, but he just goes for Spikes. And I have no way to get rid of Hazards, I just have Swoobat. And Swoobat is 100% worth it. He's going to set up another layer of spikes. And at this point, I'm going to set up another Calm Mind, I believe. No, I go right for the Store Power. He actually has a Sash, which definitely caught me off guard. I don't want to take any hits he potentially has. Goes for the Endeavor, breaks my sub. I'm just going to kill him. I'm only at +2, but that is okay. I can still guarantee at least one more kill with Swoobat. Goes into Togetic. I'm like, he has the Dazzling Gleam, so I'm going to Calm Mind. And he goes for the Thunder Wave on a Swoobat, which just revealed Substitute, and it's at +2, and it turns out Dazzling Gleam wouldn't have even broken my sub without the boosts, I think. So that was a real waste, because if I had subbed, I just would have won the battle right there. But that guy, he's either really real or really stupid. It's got to be the second one. Unfortunately for him, I have Poliwrath, which is a good stop to his own Poliwrath. So he's going to go into Tangela. I'm just going to try to Circle Throw him out, and I miss. Circle Throw misses all the time, and it's really always at the worst times. So I'm going to go into Torterra. As he Sleep Powders, that's not even an issue. And I'm going to get up Rocks because Simisear is the only thing that resists Vanilluxe's Ice Beam, so Freeze Dry because I have to use it for Poliwrath. But he turns out to have the Hidden Power Ice Tangela and the Sludge Bomb, so this is like some sort of offensive Tangela, not the defensive wall I'm used to. I'm just going to go into Vanilluxe and click Ice Beam because I need to wear down the Simisear. Yeah, I click Ice Beam, I think, not just totally forgetting about Poliwrath, and Poliwrath comes in like, shit, Assault Vest Poliwrath. So I'm going to go into my own Poliwrath as he goes for a low sweep. Is that the best fighting stab it gets? I guess it's low sweep, Circle Throw, Submission. Goes for a Poison Jab, gets a crit, still not going to kill me as I'm just going to rest up and like, I'm too bulky for that. Just makes the switch into Tangela now, and Tangela is an issue. Tangela is just so annoying. I'm going to Sleep Talk and get a rest. And I'm like, shit, I can't really switch anything in, except Bouffalant, maybe can go for the Giga Drain, maybe, no. Predict Sack goes for the Sludge Bomb, does not get the poison, fortunately. I'm just going to click Mega Horn, but because it's an offensive Tangela, it's going to do a lot. As Simisear comes in, I'm going to miss the Mega Horn. That's really unfortunate. And at this point, I know I can live a Focus Blast, and then he crits me. I'm like, oh my god, why? All I wanted was the dead Simisear. Goes for some sort of super effective Hidden Power. I'm thinking probably Hidden Power Grass, because that would make sense. And now he goes for the Grass Knot, so I guess it's not Hidden Power Grass. But I'm going to wake up and just kill it with a Waterfall. That's all I wanted. And at this point, Freeze Dry is going to be super effective against everything. Goes into the Tangela now. I'm just going to let Poliwrath die. I actually clicked Rest, expecting him to be faster than me for some reason, as I am in fact faster. but it's not going to make a difference. I'm not going to do anything to this Tangela at all. I'm just going to sit here, sleep talk, I'm just gonna die. I actually get a crit, which was the most useless, not the most useless crit I've ever seen, but that was definitely among the most useless crits I've ever seen, aside from critting something that just got knocked down with Focus Sash. I am actually gonna sleep talk a Circle Throw, which sort of caught me off guard. I'm like, hey, that actually did something. Marowak comes in. Unfortunately, it is faster. It's just gonna kill me with a double edge, not take recoil because of Rock Head. And at this point, I'm gonna go into Vanilluxe and click Freeze Dry. That's all I have to do. Scarf Vanilluxe is just going to wreck some shit. Goes into Poliwrath. It's Assault Vest, I think, but it's definitely max attack, not running too much bulk, so I'm going to take it down 2 hits. Goes into Tangela. At this point, I was actually worried I would not be able to kill it, and then I get Sleep Powdered and lose. So I'm going to go into the Camel, because the Camel is a beast. He's going to miss a Sleep Powder. And then I guess he doesn't want to waste it on the Camel, so he goes for a Sludge Bomb, gets the Poison, that doesn't really matter. As I'm going to get off the Toxic, which is going to ensure that this Tangela is worn down. I probably should have Will-O-Wisp, actually, thinking about it. Now he goes into the Marowak, as I just stockpiled because I don't really have anything else to do. And at this point, he misses the Bone Ring, and I'm going to get off the Will-O-Wisp. And if there was any chance that he was living something, even though he's got to be Thick Club, there's no way you run Assault Vest over Thick Club. You have to run Thick Club. And this battle, which after I almost swept with Swoobat, and then he got up Spikes and it was totally one-sided, I'm just going to go into my fucking Vanilluxe and click Ice Beam and wreck some lives. Scarf Vanilluxe. I mean, Ice-type is just a great type in this tier. It's the only tier where you can run things like Avalugg and Piloswine and not have them totally outclassed by other walls because they're bad typing. But Scarfed Vanilluxe, you guys should use that. It is a lot of fun. PU is a lot of fun. I really should try running some sort of Stall Breaker instead of Swoobat and or Numel. But yeah, Scarf Vanilluxe. I love this mon. That's a substitute. Where'd that what? Okay, that's cool. Anyway, this mon, Scarf Vanilluxe, use it. It is so much fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.